get nailed to a tree. We can be divine if you listen to me.
Alright, so I just wanted to cover the glyphotic sphere of Zaraq, Arab Zaraq. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it is what it is. This is coming from the book Kabbalah Qliphoth and Goetic Magic by Thomas Carlson. This description says a Qliphoth is associated, this specific Qliphoth is associated with love, sex, eroticism, pleasure, marriage, both magical and mundane, battle and struggle, perversions, and sexual magic. Okay, so when I tapped into this particular glyphotic sphere, um, it did show me perversions, both sexual, um, as well as that pertaining to innocence. You know, when you have a child within your vision that's supposed to symbolize innocence, but in my vision there was a man that was like kind of throwing rice at the child while the child was on the floor and complaining about having to feed that child. And we know that this world, I mean, if you look, you can obviously see, is all about perverting innocence. So the Qliphoth is, you know, a tree that shows you the dark side of things. And this is what came out. When it came to marriage, the vision that I had was basically pointing out, it was asking, like when we get married, pertaining to marriage, is it just for the benefit or is it actually for love? And it's something that you need to reflect on. Um, but when it comes to struggle and battle, there was a part of the vision where I was fleeing from some kind of authority and I eventually gained freedom. When it comes to gaining freedom, you definitely have to battle for that. You have to struggle for that. When you are working through the Qliphotic tree, tree of death, it's definitely going to be a battle because you're going to have to face your shadow side, the elements of yourself that you suppressed. Um, you're going to have to struggle against your own demons, literally and figuratively, and you're going to have to overcome that. And it's not easy. Um, but one thing about the Qliphotic tree is that it's described as the path to achieving godhood, and that sometimes requires going against the grain. So that requires battling society itself. Sometimes being ostracized from family and friends. Sometimes losing family, friends, and lovers. Um, so when you are in this particular sphere, it may force you to look at that. So when you work through the Qliphotic tree, just keep that in mind. All right.